shit.
Good evening. My name is Winston Michael Ray, and I would like to announce to the American people as of now, today, Wednesday, March 28, 2012, that I will be a candidate for President of the United States of America, and I'm running as an independent. I also would like to take this time to thank Almighty God for allowing me this opportunity to address some issues and some concerns that are dear to me, and I'm sure that are dear to the American people. As your next President of the United States of America, I intend to address an issue that is really crippling our nation economically. And that issue is unemployment, no jobs. As I walk and travel throughout this great nation of ours, particularly in the state where I am broadcasting this from, the state of Illinois, the talk on the street, in the barbershop, and the restaurants is jobs, unemployment. People are talking about how they have to do this to make ends meet, how they're simply sick and tired of being sick and tired. Well, as your next president, we're going to address these concerns for the average working American. We want to address issues that concern America at large, wealthy, middle class, and poor. Right now, I see a situation where the job issue is key. And I'm sure that my opponents share my same concern. Now, the question is, we have the problem. We know that all too well. Unemployment, illiteracy, poverty. But what would be the solution? In my humble opinion, I foresee the launching of a worldwide massive silver, spelled S-I-L-V-E-R, silver sales marketing movement. And I think the name should fit the situation, which is poor. We want to launch a poor people's campaign. This was envisioned by an illustrious leader, fallen leader, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, 44 years ago. In fact, it was on this very day, 44 years ago, that Dr. King led a march in Memphis to address this issue for the poor, leading a march to help sanitation workers. Those in my generation know this all too well, and the generations before me. Well, over those past 44 years, a lot has happened. We've been through wars, recession, the economy have worsened. And I know you hear this every 4 years, how someone is going to get on their horse and save the nation from their woes. Well, my research over the past 22 years have showed me that a marketing movement, a campaign that can deal directly with the needs of the poor will help the nation at large. I guess in a nutshell, we want to close the gap, and we can and will close the gap between the haves versus the have-nots. Now, in so doing, we need everybody's help. We're sending out the call for all of America, black, white, rich, poor, educated, illiterate. We need all of America on board on this one. Have already started into the second decade of the 21st century. And we want to start it right. We want to erase a menace to our nation. And that menace is the menace of fear. I see it in the eyes, and the hearts, and the minds of people as I talk to them, share my dreams for a better America. And a lot of them concur with my vision. They agree with it. They like the idea. So what I need to help America, and what I need for you to help me, is to stand with me And the best way I see that at this hour uh, in time and during my candidacy, I need your help in getting on the ballot as an independent. I see this election is somewhat different than the past elections. I see three categories being covered. The wealthy, that the Republicans will manage very well to continuously steer them along. The middle class, which will be headed by the Democratic Party. But there's a third group that we so often overlook, the backbone of this nation, and that's the poor. And that's where my candidacy come in as an independent. So whoever is looking at this, please share this with your friends, with your family, with your neighbors, with your colleagues on your job. I need all of America. I need the ministerial community to get behind this, because I look at it not only as a political issue, but as a moral issue. And I can go on and quote scriptures from the Bible saying, corroborating Jesus speaking on behalf of the poor. But time won't allow me to do that right now, but it will allow me to make America aware that help is on the way. The Calvary has arrived. The poor need not suffer anymore, because we're talking about a multi-trillion-dollar worldwide poor people's campaign that can address the issues. Now let's talk a little bit about that. Well, what is this? How will this help put America back to work? And we're talking about in terms of millions of people. My research tells me that there are 10 million unemployed Americans. Americans, I should say, living below the poverty line. This is disgraceful. This is a great country, and we want to keep it that way. We want to make her greater. And the solution I have is marketing new information, and I can assure you when I say this, that is controversial for the better, at least. It's information that the American people need to have. It's the marketing of civil rights products. Quite frankly, we're moving, or has moved out of a marching movement era that was designed to, and in fact did, fight revenue segregation that afflicted basically minorities of all colors in the 20th century. And it has now been fast forwarded and upgraded to fighting revenue segregation that afflict people of all colors, anywhere from blacks to whites, and every color in between. So we're looking at a poor people's campaign. A poor people's campaign is the centerpiece of my conversation. Of course, we're going to address the issues of foreign policy, domestic policy, abortion, taxes, and so forth. You know, in the past, you hear candidates speak all the time about taxes, how saving the American taxpayer money, and that's going to solve the problem. Well, that would help, and we need that as well. But we also need something that would directly put money into the poor man's hand, which will enrich America more so than she already is. And you keep hearing me saying poor, poor. And by no means, I don't want you to think that I'm against any other group. We need the wealthy. I call upon their help to help us, the middle class, the poor. We need your help as well. We need all of us in one big melting pot to bring an end to this problem. Then we have the resources to do it. We have the means. The question is, do we have the desire? And as your next president, I'm sure I'll be able to convince Congress to ultimately pass a civil rights bill. As time goes on, I will outline the specifics of this bill, how it will benefit the nation at large and help the poor specifically and the middle class. We need a Bill of Rights for the poor, or for all of Americans as well. We also need to do other things that will vigorously address this issue and keep it before the conscience of the nation, because it won't go away on its own. We have to make it go away. So, I call upon every American to join in with me. Take this issue seriously, as I'm sure you will do, and we can stand together and move America forward and be a beacon of light to every other nation who want to follow suit. We're not in this by ourselves. We're not an island unto ourselves. We're part of the main, part of the whole. And I need every American to stand with me on November 6th to inject new blood into the veins of America. This new blood will enrich our country, bring her back to life, because right now she's dying fast. The way the economy is, we can revive her. And with the launching of a worldwide Poor People's Campaign stemming out of the West, stemming from the United States, it will take worldwide effect. And I can assure you we'll see rapid change. We'll set up NAABL corporations, America's newest corporation, to put the unemployed back to work. People need jobs. People need a peace of mind. Just as the sign right behind me says, freedom from fear. We can get that, but I need your help. I need your support. And I call upon every American to call me. I will leave my email address with you in a minute. But rest assured, emerging out of Edwardsville, Illinois is a new thing, a new deal. As one of our great and illustrious presidents once said, Franklin Delano Roosevelt once said, after the bombing of Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941 by the Japanese, he rallied up the nation, got them to collect themselves and pull together, and we won. We won in many ways. But that statement that sticks indelibly in the minds of millions of Americans is what Mr. Roosevelt said before a joint session of Congress on December 8, 1941. We have nothing to fear but fear itself. So having said that, I thank you for your time for listening. Please contact me at my email address if you wish to support Winston for President, WinstonRay56 at yahoo.com or WinstonRay56 at gmail.com. The movement's campaign slogan is Win with Winston. I thank you. May God bless and keep.